They said the right things, didn't they? You see, oftentimes in our life, insecurity, doubt, jealousy, envy, any of those emotions, feelings, and concepts can cloud our judgment, can have us choosing the wrong decision, the wrong people, the wrong situation. See, for myself, my most recent breakup was very, very, very quick. And when I reflected on why the relationship didn't last, on why it went so quickly, I found myself realizing that I wasn't really in love with her, even though I said it, which, reflecting back, was incredibly unhealthy. Or rather, she said the right things, and I fell for them. You see, I've never considered myself a conventionally attractive person. Now, 2 months after this breakup, I genuinely believe that I'm unconventionally attractive, right? I don't conform to modern day beauty standards. I don't have the small nose or, the super sharp jawline or any of that stuff. But my nose is just my feature. It's just a thing that it's just my genetics. And just because my genetics don't align with modern day beauty standards doesn't mean I'm not good looking, I'm not handsome, or that I'm not good looking to the right people, But because I had that insecurity, because I had that doubt in that current moment, I had a weakness that, whether consciously or unconsciously, was taken advantage of. And we all have our insecurities. I'm not acting like you're just going to become some insecure person overnight, but when the wrong people say the right things, we can find ourselves choosing, picking, and being with the wrong people. And I find that oftentimes when we fall for someone quickly, we're running into that problem or that situation in which they are speaking to our insecurities. They are speaking to what makes us feel that we have low worth, low value. And none of that is true. It's not even close to being true. We are all inherently valuable. We all have this infinite worth, that nothing can act upon, nothing can change. Unless, in my opinion, you're an absolutely freaking horrendous person, then I think that lowers your worth a little bit. But 99% of people, I think they have this this worth. And if you don't believe in your worth, if you don't believe in the value that you have, and you don't take the time to slow down and really analyze the situation that you're in, you can find yourself falling for the wrong person, like I did. And it's nothing against her, right? It's more so a warning of, you have to love yourself first. And that evaded me for a long time. I wanted to believe that romance and love was this perfect fantasy, was this thing that was going to heal me, was going to change me. And so I had this tendency of waiting for this person, of waiting for this partner, this perfect person. And that led to me falling in love, I put in quotation marks. That led me to becoming infatuated with people very, very easily, especially if they told me things about myself that I was insecure about. Like, I think you look great. You're handsome. You look fantastic. Looks was a big one for me, if you can't tell. And that kind of it doesn't even necessarily have to be self-deprecation, but that kind of self-disbelief in which you don't believe in yourself, in which you wait to have that security and that reassurance in order to move forward, is harmful. There are things that I held off doing, like buzzing my head, like dyeing designs into it, like putting 100% into the gym, playing the guitar, starting this YouTube channel, that I was waiting until I had this sense of security, which does not exist, or much rather, it's not a partner's responsibility to be a catalyst for you to do the things you want to do. You're the one who's responsible to do the things that you want to do. But subconsciously, I wanted that reassurance from a partner first. And that led to a lot of waiting, to a lot of inaction, to not committing to the things that I wanted to do, to not practicing and performing and doing and being me. And so when I say they said the wrong things or the right things, and that's why you fell for the wrong person, that's what I mean, is that when you let yourself fall for those fantasies, when you let yourself fall for those false ideas, when you start to believe these ideas about someone being able to save your life, oh my God. Okay. Anyway, when you believe these ideas about someone being able to save your life, quote unquote, or, you know, give you reassurance to do the things that you want to do, or, oh, when I have a girlfriend, she can paint my hair. That wasn't fair to me. I was taking my life away from me, and you might be taking your life away from you as well. And I just think that's valid to bring up, because I don't want you to suffer that same fate. It's hard. And you know what? I had to grieve the version of me who waited. I had to grieve the version of me who didn't allow himself to be who he was unless he felt that level of comfort and safety and validation. And I had to grieve that. And if you're in the same situation, if you're falling for people who say the right things to you but aren't the right person for you, you might be in the same situation as me. You might have to grieve that part of you that wanted that perfect relationship, that wanted so desperately for someone to come in and say, you know what, you're allowed to be you, and you have to become that person who does that for you. I'm allowed to buzz my head and fuck everyone, like not fuck everyone else, but other people's opinions about it don't affect me. They aren't for me to control and worry about and care about. I like it. That's me. And why would you give yourself, why would you restrict yourself from that feeling that you can give yourself of, I'm me, and I'm pursuing the things that I want to do, and I'm happy. And that's what I've found as of late, as I've finally grieved those parts of me, as I've started pursuing the gym at 100%, as I've started this YouTube channel, as I've just buzzed my hair and dyed it because I thought it was cool. I have found this sense of self, this you are you, and that is completely okay. And I don't need the validation of other people in order to live my life. Now, does that mean that wanting friends, wanting a girlfriend, wanting reassurance has gone away? No, and it's not supposed to. Those are completely natural human things. We are social creatures. But the healing that comes with understanding, I do not need it. You know, you can want it but not need it. I can want candy but choose, you know, to stick to my diet. This dude's gonna fucking rear end me. Let's pay attention. You can want something and not be controlled by it, you know? And I'm not saying don't get a girlfriend, don't have friends. That's stupid, bro. I love my friends. I love everyone I hang out with. They're cool. They're cool as fuck. But I'm also content on my own journeys, lifting on my own, recording, doing my YouTube channel for me, go searching for jobs for me, you know, whatever, etc., etc., etc. And that was the secret formula, bro. The Krabby Patty secret recipe was that it's not about not wanting. It's about healing that part that feels it needs it constantly. And I swear, once you go out and you live for yourself and you take the time to really analyze what I want to do and when am I going to do it? When am I going to be able to do it? And start doing it, put the effort in, take that first step. That's always the hardest. I swear it's always the hardest. You will find this sense of self. You will find this sense of confidence, of being you. And it is the most rewarding thing I have ever found in my entire life. Because after years of self-hatred, after years of falling for people who just said the right thing but weren't the right people for me, I am confident now that I can bounce back, that I can grow as an individual, that I can pursue the things that I want to do for me. I am more confident in myself than ever, and that's not a bad thing. I used to think that was being selfish or that was narcissism. It's not. It's healthy self-love. It's being able to function as yourself, by yourself, because guess what? This is your life, and you're the only person that gets to live it. Sure, someone else may come along and you might get to share it with them, but that is not the goal. The goal is to live your life. What the hell do you want to do? What do you want to do with your career? What do you want to do with your passions? What do you want to do with your hobbies? Do you want to get really, really good at talking to people? You can do that, but you have to become okay and accept rejection, because it's quite literally inevitable in certain circumstances, and it doesn't reflect back on your worth, and it doesn't mean your communication skills were bad. It was just a conclusion. It was just an outcome. And I think that's what it is. It's detachment from the outcome and the ability to just be yourself, that confidence in yourself that means everything. And so if you take one thing from the first ever video on this channel, it's be yourself. That confidence, that strength to be you, to pursue what you want to do for yourself, and that sense of self that you get from it will be the most rewarding thing you ever discover in your entire life. I promise you.